1 minute remaining in practice. Okay, practice is over.
Hello and welcome. It is Sunday morning. You thought curling championship season was over, but nope. We've got senior women's to decide here. My name is Rory McCusker. I'm your camera operator. Unfortunately for you, commentator. I'm joined by my Thursday night men's league. It's an open league, I'd say. Skip. And more importantly, 2021 Cali Golf Club champion, Sam Wills.
What's up, ladies and gents?
That is the drunkest I've ever picked my girlfriend up from anywhere, is that Cali Curling Club golf tournament. Well done, Sam. You took home the championship.
Hey, at least you took home your girlfriend that night.
And we've got Sherry Anderson taking on Diane Foster. This will be at least the second, maybe even the third time these two teams have played this competition.
Couple of world champs.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I am not as familiar with Foster's team as I am with Sherry's. I mean, Sherry Anderson seems to just be winning something every year, so hard not to notice.
Yeah, I don't know where Diane played when she won, but I know she did win it. So, anyways, it'll be a good battle. Both these teams, a lot of experience. Donnelly Dice on Diane's team. Donnelly's, I played her in doubles a lot. She's really good, and there's a lot of pedigree on the ice right now. So this will be a fun game to watch.
Been your classic Martensville ice, nice and quick, nice and swingy.
Yeah, James Gordon, the ice maker out there, is pretty good, eh?
Yeah, he tries. Not as good as he thinks he is, but he tries really hard. You can see all the advertising out there on the ice. This is a good example of how much you can get out of a 4-sheet rink. James's rink here. A lot of advertising out on the ice. It tries really hard for his curlers. It's a fantastic facility. I love it every time I come to Martensville to play curling. All right, let's see if I can handle counting rocks here, Sam.
3.
Two blues and a red are gone. Looks like Sherry's going to start out with hammer. Both teams coming to play in this first end. We see a center guard. We see a rock in the forefoot. And Sherry's going to lock another one in the top 12. So good setup going so far. Too good, in fact. Foster's going to run that guard back. Never a great feeling when you have to run your own center guard back, but two well-made shots. Not going to leave her with a lot of options.
Yeah, that's 2 very good shots by Anita Silvernagle there. That's what you want your lead man to do. So that's a great start for Team Anderson.
Not going to get anything moving with the run back. Rolls are off to the side.
Probably see Sherry guard here. She could loop that blue one that's just rolled off to the side, but I think a guard here's. I like the guard.
A lot of rocks left, right? I mean, the scary thing about guarding is right now you're guarding your good setup, but 3 or 4 shots later, might end up being a blue one behind that mess. So it's a little risky to throw center guard with hammer for that reason.
We got to get it in play first.
All right.
Good sweep by the ladies there to get that one.
Huge scrub. Huge scrub. Those Sunday sweeping muscles. Not that I play on Sunday that often, but
The well stamina Hersicorns there, hammering it. Not Jake and Quinn Hersicorn either.
which is something you will see.
Yeah, those guys can sweep.
Most people named Hersicorn can really crush the rock. It is St. Patrick's Day today. Happy St. Patty's Day. Did our celebrating last night. Got that out of the way.
Yeah, it's if anyone knows me, they know I like a good St. Patty's Day party. I was watching hockey last night, so.
I was at a little place called O'Hanlon's Irish Pub last night. And if you know anything about O'Hanlon's, you know that I'm hungover today. Yeah.
Still made it up to Semi the Link at 9:30 though, Roars. I appreciate that.
Got it. Couldn't miss this. Couldn't miss this. This is one of 2 semifinals. We've got Tracy Streifel and Deanna Doig. I probably murdered that last name, but that's okay. If I've never heard you say it, I don't know how to say it either. So I never apologize for screwing up a name on stream. But the winner of that game will play the winner of this game in the championship final later today. Little guard peel trade action going. Team Anderson replacing the guard.
You know, Team Anderson's done a great job of replacing this guard. When the ice gets swinging like this, it can be very hard to perfectly guard a rock, especially when it's not splitting the center line. And the girls have thrown, that's either 2 or 3 in a row that's fully covered that top one. So gotta give them props for that.
Yeah, Team Foster getting the worst of both worlds there. Ticks the guard, but doesn't get it fully out of the way. Decision time for Sherry. Is she satisfied with what she's got cooking here, or does she want to make it a little better? I can see she's getting a little greedy here. Nothing wrong with that. Wants to tap that top 12 rock into the forefoot.
Well, I think now there's 2 guards in front. It is important that Sherry gets another one in the house here. You know, you play that. If you leave Diane that angle blue tap or a wide come around, Sherry might not have a way to get it out. So this way, getting another rock closer to the forefoot gives her a better chance at scoring too.
Yeah, you don't want to force yourself.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's worst case Ontario. Come up a little light there.
Yeah, seems like just didn't have enough juice. Still biting the rings. It's going to leave this double. Team Foster. That's a lot of rotation. They're going to have trouble getting this one back. I think that's missing the whole pile. Yeah. Opportunity missed.
Yeah, that's a lucky break for Sherry there. With that rock, that first rock, Patty's coming up a little light there and over curling a bit. Donnelly had a chance to make a double in line 2, and you know, now they have a chance to play that same tap and you know, really put the pressure on Diane here.
Hello and good morning to our 44 viewers on Curl Sask YouTube page. It's been a great year for streaming curling. Lots and lots of content to be had. Curl Sask hosting a lot of streams this year, working with Curling Stadium and myself, James Gordon, Jerry Gertz, John Benton. So it's been a really fun year streaming a lot of Curl Sask events. Gotta love free curling on YouTube, hey?
And for those of you expecting to tune in and hear Chris Eichert and Trevor Bothrow, we're sorry, you get Rory McCusker and Sam Wills today.
Yeah, I think you've not seen the end of Chris Eichert's commentating career, so fear not. You'll hear him again.
No, he'll be on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Good opportunity to make 2 red rocks go away here. Still 2 red. Question ends up being, how dangerous is that blue rock? Worth getting rid of?
Looks like Sherry's saying no. Looks like she's wanting to throw a guard here. I don't mind the call either. You know, what's Diane's shot right now to try and cut her down or get a steal? I think it's that blue run back tap or this wide draw away around the outside blue on the right hand side there.
Yeah, if this guard's made, you'll have a pretty wide draw on either turn. Can't take away both of them.
No.
The only other thing I could think of doing here if you're Sherry is maybe playing like an aggressive tap down the middle and get another one in the forefoot, but Nope, first end, satisfied with your decent setup. Nothing wrong with this call. Pretty artistic throw there from Sherry in her first rock of the first end. A little bit of a lean on there, but that's okay. Sherry always finds a way to make it happen. She has so far, Sam, in this competition, thrown a few from her belly, which will happen.
Yeah, it's anything. It's a slippery game, Rory. Not everyone can be us on Thursday nights at the Cali.
No, that is pure form at its most pure state.
Yeah.
Sam Will's throw. At the Cali Curling Club, sheet 12, our favorite sheet.
Oh, unstoppable out there. Actually, that's where we played Diane Foster in the Fedspiel.
And how'd that one go? We
Uh,
got the dub.
we got the dub, yeah. Looks like Diane's playing this wide draw here around this blue that's covering kind of half the 4 foot, half the 8 foot there. No, we got a ton of swing in Martensville here. You know, James Gordon does such a good job with the ice. She might be able to get this around everything for. It's a definitely second shot. I don't know if it'll get there for shot, but definitely second shot, and that could make it tough on Sherry. So excited to see where this ends up.
I would think that would pretty effectively force the end. I don't know how you'd besides some kind of double run type thing.
Yeah, Sherry's a Hall of Famer.
That's true. Well, they came to play this first end. A lot of rocks in play. A lot of aggressive shot calling. See if they can sink one here. Sweepers like it.
This looks pretty good.
Line looks really good.
Look at this thing walk in there. And I don't know if this is going to get shot, but this is definitely going to get second. That's a fantastic shot from Diane Foster. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful. If you were to make one complaint about it, it came just a foot or two deep. Might open the door for Sherry. She's got to come right next to that guard, though, in order to get shot over that. So I think that's a big old Joan McCusker, Mike Harris. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished is right. You don't make that draw, you could be looking at giving up 3 or more, and you know, she gets around there. It's buried. It's over buried. If you look at left side of your screen, you can see it's over buried. So Sherry has to try and get around it, but as tight to that guard as Diane did, and get on top of it or just inside it to score her 2.
It is the last rock of the first end. It's a shot for 2. Sherry Anderson. Wide out turn draw. Sweepers are gunning this for line. You're going to get by the top one. Does it have enough juice to reach the 4 foot? And they get it there.
All right, we have a shooting display this morning, Rory. That's some pretty good curling for this early in the morning.
I agree. Well, hey, senior women's curling, they love the morning draw, Sam. They'll tell you that too. It's a big deuce to start things off for Team Anderson. It'll be Foster with the hammer in the second when we return.
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
There's no doubt running any kind of farm comes with day-to-day challenges. We built a new facility 2 years ago. Technology has totally revolutionized dairy farming. Fast Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
When we were first looking at these e-bikes, I read the reviews. What they talked about was an e-bike grin, and I had no idea what an e-bike grin was, but the first time I powered that bike up, I had the biggest smile on my face. It was unbelievable, because unless you own one or have driven one, you really have no idea what that feeling is like. It's hard to describe.
All right. We are back. Those Tourism Sask commercials are so well done. Enthralling, in fact. I don't even know what to do with myself when they're on. Whoever made them, props. We have got... I'll show you in a second, but we've got a corner guard. We've got a rock top 12. Looks like Team Foster ignored rock in the top 12. In light of throwing their own corner. Looks like Sherry's coming right around.
It's a pretty good shot by Anita there. That's back-to-back. First two ends, good setups by Anita. That's some good work. That lead position is so important in today's game. The 5-rock rule, the no-tick rule, all these added rules to increase the amount of rocks that are in play every end and to limit the amount of blank ends. So now your positioning with your lead rocks is so important. If you don't have someone like Anita Silvernagel throwing rocks like that all game, you're going to be in tough.
Yeah, you really start to notice as the level of competition goes up and up and up. You're just league curling, you know, there's a lot of time for mistakes yet. But when you get to these highly competitive levels, like you said, Sam, you just can't start off on the wrong foot every end if you want to compete at this level. Leads have become so important. It's a good thing. I remember when I started curling, it was kind of an open secret. You know, just toss your worst players at lead and second, see if you can hide them down there, and maybe your skip in third will make a few shots and you can win the game that way. But that's just not the case anymore.
No, not at all. You look at Sherry Anderson's team here. You know, they were just inducted into the Curling Canada Hall of Fame, which is really good for them. But them as a foursome over the years is lead through skip just been solid, right? And that's a national championship teams are. That's what they're world champions. You don't get to that level by trying to hide a mistake here, a mistake there. You're making your shots from the start to the end, every end, and it is important. If you want to win and you want to be really competitive in today's game, you have to do that. You can't you can't be, oh, this guy's a really good sweeper, so they're going to play lead, but they aren't going to make a lot of shots. It doesn't work anymore. You gotta have everything.
Yeah, totally agree.
Here's Denise Hersikoran.
A little cleaner of an end so far.
Yeah. I like how patient Diane's playing. You know, lots of teams they'll give up a deuce in the first, and then all of a sudden you see the two corners coming out the next end, and they're going as hard as they can to try and get their deuce back. Diane's she's being really patient here. She's gonna try and wait for maybe a half shot or a miss before she makes a big move, and it's a long game. I like that.
That's a really good spot to roll right there.
Is it ever?
Now decision time. Sherry is shot. She could try to rip that blue out as she's signaling with her broom. You're essentially giving the end to Team Foster, though. They'll be able to either blank or do what they want to do. But so here's the decision. Sherry's decided to lie to. Play for the force. Only a 2-point lead. It's nothing to really think you have the game under total control and you just rip out the rest of the game. Still got lots of game to play. Keep the foot on the gas here. I like that. After all, that corner guard's pretty high.
It is.
Not going to easily hide anything behind that. Let's see if the sweepers got one more big scrub in them. And they do. Another huge sweep from Team Anderson. It's enough to lie to. Bit of a struggle with the hits so far. That's the second missed hit for Team Foster. It's going to give Sherry a chance to guard this recently thrown stone. Oh, wrong camera. Apologies. That will happen.
A good pair by Patty there.
Yeah, absolutely. Really flipped this end around. Was looking like an open sort of controlled end for Team Foster. Now, all of a sudden, you got some junk in the middle. So if they're planning on scoring that stone in the side of the 12-foot, lots of work to do yet.
Well, if they make this good, what she's called here, then you know, they're gonna have a chance. Looks like we're a little tight though. That is
right.
Strangely, that works.
Yeah, missed the target rock, but was close enough. Almost a good thing they overcurled a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes your best plan A is a good plan B, Roars. At least that's what's like holding the broom for you guys on Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah, every time you call an intern, Sam, you're getting on a pretty wild ride, and you know that, so. Yeah, just give me the old scarecrow.
Yeah, the only one that throws the intern good on our team is a Lipey.
She throws almost everything good.
Kinda scary.
Yeah, if Maria makes her first 2 shots, she's dialed. Like, you should fear for your game. If a Lipey makes their first 2, they're probably going to make their next 14.
Probably going to win the Sweeping Beauties Classic.
Well, that's a guarantee.
Yeah. All right.
The super stats on that are just out of this world. Lipey's at the Sweeping Beauties Classic.
Oh, it's insane. They're 100%. Hey, Sherry's just throwing a come around here.
Yeah, replace that rock. Make it even a little better.
This is an important shot. You got to make sure your second shot here. At least.
Yeah, any missed draw will open up an opportunity to score that rock in the 12-foot. Pretty easy run back, but this thing's looking pretty good.
This looks almost perfect, actually.
Line is really nice. They drag it for a piece of the 4-foot. That's totally buried. Really nice draw.
That is, yeah, fantastic shot by Sherry there.
Up to 61 viewers. Fantastic. Hello, Saskatchewan senior ladies curling fans. 62. Oh, party is growing. Curl Sask has turned off the comments. Boo. Let's blame
Oh,
Stasha.
do I gotta tone down the language now?
No.
Just kidding.
We gotta compensate for it. I blame Stasha Wisniewski for turning off the comments. Smooth move, Stasha.
Surprised Sasha hasn't muted me yet.
All right. Do you think they're trying to get shot rock here, Sam, or is a corner freeze the call?
I think it's a freeze. The freeze allows you to play on it on your next one. What do I know?
Either one's probably pretty good.
Yeah. Looks like with this line, they're trying to go right around. And it's really close.
Will it stop for shot rock? It
does.
does settle in the back four.
You only see about, it's a thin half.
I thought Sherry might want to remove this thing, but looks like that's ice for a freeze.
Well, she just threw it, right? So, she just threw the come around perfect, and it's like, well, if I want to freeze this, I probably got to put the broom in close to the same spot and just throw it 2 feet harder. I think this is a shot that Sherry feels pretty comfortable making.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to get rid of that thing, though, Sam. I mean, line 2. I guess you're not really making the draw for 1 that much harder. I mean, I guess it depends where you end up, but.
I mean, I don't think she ever has a shot for 3. So if you try to pick it and it doesn't go your way, I think that just makes her shot for 2 easier. Even if Sherry's a little light here and she's biting the top of the forefoot, it's harder for Diane to draw. I like this call. This is the right call.
Sweepers like it. They're going hard. Trying to hold that line.
If they get it by this top one, this is money.
It's going to just chip off the top. Ends up in a
Kinda
fine
spins in
spot.
Yeah, see, Diane has to get tight to that guard, cross the face, and not touch her back one now to score 2. Like that works. So it makes her work a little bit for her too. If she tries to throw that pick and she doesn't make it perfect, she just gets a free draw of the forefoot for 2. Now she's got to make a really good shot here.
Yeah, you can see they're edge to edge. Your weight's got to be perfect. Line's got to be perfect. This is definitely a tough shot. You're going to need to lean on your sweepers here to carve that in once you're by the guard. Great fight so far. Really fun first 2 ends. Both teams laying it all out there.
Yeah, I like the rocks in play. It's like I said earlier in this end, Diane displayed a lot of patience here. She does have a shot for 2. She's got to make a good one. Both teams, going at it. We're seeing some action. I really like that.
Getting some dramatic camera work in here this morning. The tight zoom. Don't lose the puck, Rory. There we go. Holding it straight. This looks really close, Sam.
This looks like a fantastic. What a shot, Diane Foster. Wow.
Oh, beauty. Sneaks it back. Sneaks it by the one in the back 4. Nice firm hack weight.
What a morning. We got some good shots going on. The players is on the television. I'm in my happy place, Rory. This is a good day.
I am thrilled. It'll be a tie game. Team Anderson with Hammer when we return.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough? Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea?
Great idea. Let's talk more about next year.
I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrient Financial. Financing that's in the field with you.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never-back-down, full-of-heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
Light up your love for curling with our customizable neon LED lights from Letterlands. Choose your new neon mixed doubles partner or make a statement with a neon curling rock in your window. Also actual Letterlands. Use discount code WHOA for 15% off. Only at Letterlands.com.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave.
In the game. We are back. Looks like I gotta update my score yet, but looks like a center guard for Team Foster, a come around for Team Anderson. They left it poking out a little bit. Hack weight play is available. Oh, it's a lot of work between ends. I didn't switch my cameras over. There we go. Lost the puck for a second.
Get pucks deep, get pucks to the net.
That's always fun in the Sportsnet truck, working the Grand Slams. A lot of those guys, they do hockey and baseball and all the other Sportsnet sports. So there's a lot of cross terminology used with directors telling camera guys literally to follow the puck. I wish I could record some of the banter that goes on in that production truck. It is quite a hilarious working environment. That's going to be significantly light.
A chance for Diane to put some pressure on Sherry here this end.
Yeah, that's a free center guard for Team Foster. Not the way you want to miss that shot. We are not yet getting the trademark disappointment. She's not too mad. Body language has not come out yet, so no panic yet.
Never worried.
Whereas if I was to throw that shot on Thursday night, Sam would be rubbing his mustache, which is how I know he's very disappointed.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Should probably give a little shout out to the University of Regina Cougars men's team who just won gold at the University National.
Absolutely.
Josh Bryden, Carter Williamson, Adam Bukarak. Who else is on that team? Ryan Grabarczyk, Coach Jamie Schneider.
Yeah, Coach Jamie's been hard on that program for many years. It's really nice to hear that they've got that. They capped that title. Those guys have been working hard, playing a lot of curling over the last few years. So awesome to hear them getting rewarded, and they're great guys on and off the ice. So
absolutely, Jamie's been a part of that program for a long time. He coached me when we lost that national semifinal in 2017, and I think Jamie was part of that program long before that. So, you know, lots of props to Coach there. That's a big championship to win. You know, we're competing against funded programs like the U of A and a couple in Ontario, and it's nice to see a Sask university win that.
Yeah, big congrats, guys. Sam and I, both alumni of the U of R curling program. Allison, what's Allison's last name?
Allison Fisher.
Yeah, great supporter of curling.
Absolutely. I'm surprised she didn't resign after Haley Jamieson and I were done there, but
She was a really good kind of, I think when she met me for the first time, I was late for our first meeting. And she
surprise.
Yeah, she correctly identified that I'm going to be a little bit of a problem in this regard. So she gave me the tough love right away, set the rules, set the expectations. You know, you have to pass this many classes, Rory. You have to keep up with this many practices. And you know what? She whipped me into shape. So I will always appreciate Allison for investing her time and energy in myself, Eric Edmonds, David Haynes, and Mitch Ryan, which were an absolute ragtag group of gentlemen, especially at that time. She got the most out of us she possibly could.
yeah, that's you know, it's University of Regina's lucky to have her there and that program, and it's paid off.
University of Regina curling program convinced Catlin Schneider that he should probably stop playing football and start playing more curling, which I think was a really good decision for him. All-star skip at the 2014 or 15, one of those years, University Nationals, Catlin Schneider.
All-star third at the Brier one year.
Yeah.
But he's not a Hall of Famer like three of the gals on this sheet right now.
Not yet, anyway. Team Foster still with great control down the middle this end, and Team Anderson has not quite been able to crack the code, but we got a pretty good looking run back here. Okay, the guard becomes red. The rock does roll off of the forefoot. I think that's a pretty good improvement.
Yeah, that's no, you didn't. You only got one out, but now it's your guard that's coming in the house if you're playing a run back. So that's huge for Sherry. Another big part is she got that rock out from behind covers, so now you know she has the ability to try and get in there. It's that you know may not look like a whole lot, but that's a really good shot by Patty there.
Still looking quite good for Team Foster, especially if they can lay one top 8, top 4 here. Team Anderson is running out of rocks. Try and save this end. Big scrub here, trying to keep the line. Just gonna run out of juice. Fizzles off, not ideal, but that's still a good rock in a good spot.
Yeah, it's another little break here for Sherry. She's going to have the ability to lie one after she makes this hit and roll okay. One buried at that. That rock had to be a little bit deeper. And Donnelly just threw there.
Really solid delivery, nice straight throw. It's really out there.
Oh boy.
Just gonna be a chip behind cover, and that's a disaster. It's not where you wanted to leave that blue stone. Almost made a shot for the opponent there. Probably better off not making contact at all.
Sounded like hiker there, Rory, for a second. Disaster. I'm on coffee already.
As a commentator, you try to avoid saying the same terms over and over again. I think we all notice our favorite commentators on TV get caught up a little bit in their favorite words. I rip on my mother, Joan, all the time for repeating the same phrases, but I notice myself, I'm guilty of it as well. As curlers, I think we're bad for that, Sam. We pick up on these terms and we use and abuse them. You know, this language of not terrible, I don't hate that. We all seem to just have we're using one page of the dictionary over and over again.
Well, most of that comes from, you're trying your hardest not to be angry, and it's like, it's more, not terrible. That's the most passive aggressive thing on the planet. It's like, well, you didn't make your shot, but right? I think that's what all that stuff comes from, because you try to be such a good teammate and you're like, oh, well, it's not terrible, but at the same time it's like, well, it kind of is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I totally hear you. And you know,
Right?
I've been lucky enough to cover some curling in the United States the last few years, and I just love how determined the Americans are to define their own lexicon, their own terminology. They'll make up a new word just to not use the Canadian version. Like, I know we've all heard the
Hey.
term heard the term Christmas tree, right?
Yeah.
I heard a Colorado curler call it an acorn. Set up an acorn here. So it's all just, I find it so fun and funny that they're just determined to pave their own way.
I mean, hey, 2018 Olympic gold medalist, can't argue.
Yeah, John Schuster's favorite term, pair of pants. I'm gonna give him a pair of pants here, which I think just means a pocket. Two rocks kind of in a pocket. When we would say kind of hit the crotch or hit the middle. Oh, he's pair of pants, says John Schuster.
Well, after I got a good chance of getting to know that Schuster team down in Phoenix earlier this year. We got to play them in the A qualifier, and then continued on, went out with them the one night. And once you get to know those boys, nothing really is ever going to surprise me that they say on TV anymore.
John Schuster might be one of the most candid, mic'd up curlers that there is. He's gotten in trouble a few times for it, but that's fine.
You know what? They're
wildly entertaining.
They're great guys, and all four of them are funny. Like they all, yeah, they're just good guys. They love the game. They're good at the game, and yeah. That's a team that, and they put the work in. That's a team that they won the gold medal in it. There's some people that say they shouldn't have, but they work hard.
I mean, you beat Cooey twice. Let's say one of them was luck. What was the other one? I mean, that was some really good shot making. They're also one of the first teams to embrace the analytic kind of revolution, so they got rewarded for that. Yeah, hey, Olympic champs, can't take that away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Back to our game. Sherry's missed her first opportunity to get something in there. This is starting to look real scary for Team Anderson. Going to be a struggle to score. As of right now, I don't even know what you have to score one, Sam.
Yeah, my brain is in a buffer right now.
Team Foster's going to take away the last remaining half to the forefoot, which I don't even know what they're guarding right now, Sam.
Probably a hack waiter, something like that. Maybe a little in-off. But that's so skinny. I'm not 100% sure either.
I didn't really
maybe the tap on that red to only give up one. I don't think that guard did a whole lot. I think Cherry
tap to give up one is all I'm seeing. I mean, there's a long hit and roll here. I'll try to give the overhead camera.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, that hit and roll's pretty flat still, though. That's a good
give up
half.
one. Give up one is probably there, but
the thing with that hit and roll is even if you don't roll it in for shot, you can roll it in, a foot and a half, and you're still second shot. I think that's probably, it gives you a wider area to miss. That tap, you can only see 3/4 of the rock. You hit a little thin, you might not even tap it into the right spot. If you rack on the guard, you're giving up two. I think the hit and roll is the actual correct shot here, Rory. But
yeah, good end, Team Foster. They got control of that middle early. They got the miss early from Team Anderson, the long center guard, and they were able to maintain that center line presence all end long. So really nice end here from Team Foster.
What's Sherry playing here?
I think it's a hit and roll.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry, she had the out turn set up to start, so I was confused. Yeah, this is an in-turn hit and roll.
Big shot, trying to save the end. Sherry Anderson got some weight coming down the ice. It's close. Let's watch it from the thrower's perspective.
Oh, this is really close.
Just
Gotta
took
roll
off.
it in. Oh, they just didn't quite hold it enough. So that's a steal of 2.
It is indeed. Steal of 2. Huge swing. It'll be Team Anderson with hammer down 2 in the 4th when we return.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
Hi, I'm Shannon and we're here at the brand new Biktrix electric bike showroom in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's grand opening, so we're gonna head inside and talk to some Biktrix customers. Let's go.
I chose Biktrix because of the reputation. I know people who have Biktrix bikes and I know that it's a local company, which I like to support local. They're great bikes.
Come down and see the team here. They're really a great team of people. Check out the bikes, go for a ride.
Provincial Day of Curling. That's a nice looking logo. Nice submissions there. And a cool little video done up by Curl Sask. Curl Sask having an all-star staffing year, I believe. Took on Jamie Regier, my old coworker from the Sask Safety Council, took on the junior programming and club support role there at Curl Sask. Stasha Wisniewski working hard at events and coordinating. Pat Simmons had a high performance. Thank you to Curl Sask for facilitating these streams, these live streams, so friends and family and fans can keep up with all the championship curling in the province. It's been a bang-up job. Hopefully Curling Stadium can continue to work more with Curl Sask, and maybe we can even stream all the games at provincials. Wouldn't that be a thing? Wouldn't that be something, guys? Back to our feature matchup here. Got 4 rocks down the sheet. Corner guard and come around for the team with hammer. Center guard and come around for the team without. Not perfectly set up, but both teams kind of doing their own thing. Little corner guard action, Sam. Little center guard action, Sam.
Beautiful. Yeah, that I have the Keurig that takes the longest amount of time in the world to make a coffee, so I missed the first 4 rocks here, but that this looks like another end that could play out with a little bit of rock and play at the end. Maybe an interesting shot. See if Sherry Anderson can get something going to tie the game. See if Diane Foster can put some pressure on. I like this. This is good.
Really nice come around there. Nearly perfect spot. We'll poke out. Kind of a little like over buried, I guess we could, or not over buried, just over curled a touch. And that is going to tempt Sherry into playing a soft weight hit. And you want to make sure you hit something here, Sam. If you're going to get the center guard, you want to make sure you get it right out of the way. Oh, they're selling out to make contact with the rock in the rings. Will the sweepers get it by? No, and just like I had the commentator's curse. And you know what? As an extra little salt on the wound, they're going to remove their own stone in the back of the ring. So
disaster.
It was a risky call, and that was the risk. They didn't quite get that center guard totally out of the way, and as a real negative outcome, they ripped their own out of the back of the ring. So not looking too good for Team Anderson here. These are the decisions we make. Well, gonna sweep hard to try and get it by the guard. That's the risk. Oh, just noticing that I did not update my score bug. Give Team Foster the steal of 2. Got the third end. There we go. Fourth end here. Team Anderson down 2 in this semifinal. Gotta rip this double peel. Kind of a mistake there, grouping these 2 stones together. Team Foster would have liked those to have a little more separation. But they're going to get away with one here. Hits one, hits another, rolls to a really unfortunate spot.
I gotta find a new word for disaster.
Thanks. Now that I've made you aware of the commentator's curse of reusing the same terms over and over again.
Some other curl SAS stuff going on in the curling world this week, Rory. We got quite a few SAS teams over at the mixed doubles provincial out in Fredericton, or is it Sydney? Somewhere out there, out east.
Oh, you said mixed doubles provincial. I think you meant
or mixed doubles national.
Okay. I'm not sure. Actually, don't know who's out there.
Well, we got Dustin Kaltoff and Chrissy Gamble are the provincial champions. They play at 7 p.m. local time out there today. I do know we got Steve Laycock and Nancy Martin playing out there as well. So that's they'll be great representatives. Nancy's finished second at the national a few times. I think Braden Stewart, Shaylin Kitts are out there. Braden and Shay obviously live in Manitoba now. Shaylin plays with Robin Silvernagel still. So that's 3 I know of. If I'm missing anyone else, someone remind me. But good luck to those teams. It kicks off today. I think it's kicking off actually right now this morning. So
yes, very good. Good luck to those teams. Still got a few more weeks of championship curling left.
Next weekend, Saskatchewan Provincial Mixed. Crowning 2 champions this weekend. The senior men's and senior women's. The Briar and the Scotties may be over, but playdowns aren't.
That's a whiff on that peel, and the wheels are really falling off here. Team Anderson's looking at a lot of trouble yet again. And there's the lean. That's the sad sherry I was looking for. I just love how well you can learn the personalities of these curlers as you stream them online. Like with this technology, being able to watch more games that a team plays, you really get to know their personas and their tendencies and such. And these curlers just become such characters in the drama that is live curling. Okay, opportunity missed. It's still a valuable rock back there, Sam, but you would have really liked to stack the center line and leave something high.
Yeah, see now this shot, Sherry's playing a very, very smart shot here. If she makes this and hits it onto the blues in the 4-foot, obviously a great success. If she's a little wide, she's going to be touching that blue in the center, and she'll actually remove 2 rocks that are guards, and this will actually allow them to get in there eventually. So Patty makes a good one here. We're Sherry Anderson's team is back in this end. And we did the only thing we couldn't do on that shot.
Let's
Be
leave
tight.
and leave an overlap. So those run backs no longer available. It's going from bad to worse here.
Well, as I like to say to Kaltov every once in a while, you always got the pin, man.
Yeah, intern draw. Technically still there. Very difficult, but yeah, I'm not too sure what they're taking away on this side. Kind of one of those situations where you're almost looking too good. You're looking at the rings and just kind of thinking to yourself, how do I make this better? It's already pretty good. And there we go. They're gonna swap turns. That's what I thought they might do, Sam.
Yeah, I think throwing the intern here is the right turn. You know, you can make with how much swing here, you can make a good shot in either way. But I think your best chance for a good result is going to come from this side.
Yeah, I just don't think Sherry's got much on the outturn side. You're not really taking anything away. She's for sure going to play the intern, so may as well beat her to it. You just don't want to leave any kind of backing here. This is looking heavy. Yeah, may as well come all the way back now.
So 2 rocks left, Rory. What do you play? Straight draw the can?
Oh, this is a really important end. You do not want to give up another steal here. So I think, yeah, you got to get shot rock however you can right now. You're never cleaning up that front to the point where you're going to have an easier shot on your last one. You're going to be making this draw to the pin no matter what, so you may as well make it now.
Well, I think this is all about positioning too, right? Even if she leaves this at the top, the 4-footer might be usable.
Yeah.
Sherry makes this good. 2 still in play. It's not easy, but it's in play. We didn't think Diane Foster was getting 2 in that second end there, but she made a hell of a skips deuce.
Very true. One last look at the overhead here before we take it away to Sherry, but, you know, she's got the whole button.
That's all you need.
Trying to keep her dreams alive here, trying to stay in this game. It's been a dominant last 2 ends from Team Foster. Gonna lean on their skipper here, Sherry Anderson. Get this rock in a good spot. Sweepers are digging hard at Martensville.
Oh, Patty trips over a rock.
Okay. Ends up in a decent spot.
Yeah, see, that's a good shot. That's usable.
They would have loved to drag that an extra little bit, get at least second shot there, but
absolutely,
it is something. It's better than they had before.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid this game getting away from them. Here we go.
Watch it now, watch it! Curling! Curling! No, it's gonna curl! Curl! Curl!
Just trying to take that hole away. This rock's got to be in a good spot.
This looks like it's finishing in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
All right, I think you're going to see a little red run action right now.
I mean, I guess you could nose that one she just threw. Pretty scary, though, to run another blue into there.
Yeah, you ever hit that quarter inch too high, and all of a sudden you're giving up 5.
Leaping out of the hack is Sherry Anderson. I was miscounting my stones there. This is the last rock of the end.
Absolutely. We are seeing a draw. Around everything.
And let's see if this bites a little bit of the forefoot to take something away. No. Sherry taking her medicine, giving up another steal of 2. It was a really well played end. Team Foster. They have control in this game. It'll be the 4th end break. Team Foster up 6-2 over Sherry Anderson.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave. This right here is time well spent. Why not pour yourself a smooth Saskatchewan-made Original 16? Warm up to the opportunity to seize the day.
New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light. Equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro, quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never back down, full of heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
Well, Sam, it's not a blowout yet, but we've got a difficult situation for Team Anderson. They've given up 2 steals of 2 in a row. What has been the difference this game, in your opinion, sir?
Not capitalizing on opportunities. We missed 2 peels, or Sherry's missed 2 peels the wrong way, and in the 4th end there on some shots, and you know that. And Diane's putting pressure on. She's made a couple clutch draws. Her team's made a couple clutch draws. I think this is, by watching the surface, I think we've got fooled both ways, both teams, on, how to throw when we're throwing some hits. We've seen some over curls. We've seen some flashes. So I think it's nice that, we got in good curl, but you got to throw it true if you're going to make these hits and stuff like that. And if you're not throwing it true, you're going to see things that, you don't expect. So that's where the differences are. I think we've missed some hits. Diane's team's made some draws, put some pressure on, and that's probably the game right now. See if Sherry's team can turn it around and get closer to Diane's team on the second half of the game here. But Sherry does have the hammer. So
yeah, it's definitely been Team Anderson has been punished a little bit. They've went for the best result kind of shot a lot of the times, when maybe just a simple peel here or just keeping their weight consistent and that hack weight that just ticked the guard last end, I think, is really exemplary of that. They're going for the very best result, getting a little bit of tunnel vision, I would say, and trying to fix it all at once. And it's two ends. It's really backfired on them. Those missed run backs and missed kind of double peels and just leaving their rocks in bad spots. But it's very far from over. This situation is still manageable. She scores a deuce, and this is still a game. But I think you're going to see Team Anderson firing on all pistons here. They're going to come out with purpose and try really hard to get a multi-score end cooking here.
Yeah, I think the important thing with Sherry's team is you got to make sure you score your deuce, either in this end or in 6. That's what's going to keep you in the game. 8 end games, you can't give the opposition too much of a lead going into that 7th end, because it can kind of get away from you there. So the important is to make sure you get your deuce here in 6, and then try and get your stealing shoes on for Sherry. And for Diane, it's try to maintain control. She's got a 4-point lead. She does have hammer, but if she can get her rock positioning well, get some rocks in the right spots, she can maintain control for the rest of the game. So it'll be fun to see how this plays out.
It has been a fun game to watch so far. Really entertaining. Lots of rocks in play. Lots of interesting shots. Some good sweeping we've seen so far.
It's funny when you watch a senior curling. It's crazy all the years of experience in the judgment of where the rock is. You never really see them sweep at the wrong time. They've played for so long. They know when to sweep, and that can be almost as valuable as sweeping hard. So
sure.
It is pretty entertaining to watch. They probably got better eyes than the rest of us when it comes to where that rock's gonna end up.
That's a good point, Sam. I agree. So nice halfway corner guard there. That's a really good spot. Getting things back under control. Going to thank Bobby Lee, Tarasoff Real Estate, for supporting this event. Without the support of sponsors, Sam, curling just would not exist as we know it. We owe so much to those businesses, those community-minded businesses that support curling. And Bobby Lee, Tarasoff Real Estate. You got the number and the card right there. Give their Facebook page a visit. And I know personally, growing up, Sam, curlers as parents, everyone we interacted with business-wise was from the curling world. Dentist, doctor, people making repairs on our house, a mortgage broker, financial services, you name it. It was all within the curling world. So curling is a very community-oriented sport, and we thank those businesses that support.
Absolutely.
Live streaming.
I'm fortunate enough. I curl with a sponsor of the curling world of my men's team, and he preaches how lucky he is. He's part of the curling world because of the amount of business it generates himself and the relationships he has there. And it is true. That's curlers support curlers, and it is a community, and curlers are good people. It's quite interesting. I haven't really met a lot of curlers I don't like or get along with, and there are lots of business owners in the curling world, and you're right. Everything you go to, everything you do is there's a curling connection somewhere. At least in our world there is.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I love this sport and love the world that it creates. And one day you kind of wake up and your friends and your family and the people you do business with, they're all connected to curling in some way. So thank you again to those who support curling and bring these live streams to the audiences that they do. And I think on that note, we're almost at 100, Sam. Almost at 100 viewers.
You know what, Rory? If we could take that 100 and times it by 10, we might be able to curl for a living eventually one day.
Seems like a good time. to our audience out there. Call a friend. Send the link to a couple people. Let's crack that 100 mark. I think Matt Ring is busy right now, pounding that share button.
You can always rely on Ringer for some promotional purposes. He's one of the best. But yeah, let's get some people on the stream here. We got 2 world champions playing each other. This is a curling game, folks.
Looked to be some discussion there. Front end, back end, they were wondering where to put this rock.
I like this call. Go around, get 2 looped around the corner guard here. That's if you make this good, Sherry has something working. You know, they gotta then move their direction to the middle of the ice and you know, try and get something going on. You know, clear up. Don't let Diane have too many opportunities out there. But Denise Hersecorn, that's a fantastic shot. Get it around that corner guard. Diane's gonna peel. You know, Sherry can hit in line 3. She can draw around the center. She can throw another guard. She has lots of options now. Lots of ways to get herself set up, get something going to try and get herself back in this game. That's why having a good front end and making those shots early is important, because now Team Anderson is going to have options for the rest of the end to try and score.
That was a really well thrown peel.
It was.
Big slide out of the hack, nice and straight, lots of rotation.
Lorraine arguing.
Yep. Yeah, Lorraine. When Diane Foster put the broom down and gave her more than a foot of ice, I was a little concerned. I was wondering how that was going to come down the ice, but no, that was a really nice throw. And the corner guard replace. Got to protect that double. Eventually, Team Anderson will have to do something about that blue rock in the top 12 if they want to count their second redstone. But for now, middle of the end, just a peel and replace is going to be satisfactory. Gotta curl this a little bit more. It's going to be in a good spot.
That is a great spot for that guard. That's, you know, you're exposing the outside quarter from the hack, maybe an eighth. So they got to continue to play this peel. And this looks like it's curling a little more than Lorraine's did. Oh, she still got it.
Yeah, another nicely made shot. Team Foster humming on all cylinders right now.
They've picked up some momentum here. Crazy, you know. You want to talk about momentum in a game, and you can kind of feel it right now. Team Foster, yeah, they haven't really missed much. Sherry's going to hit in line 3 here, and this is about time. Third's first.
All right, they have made their move into the rings here, Sam. To lie 3, it will give the double to Team Foster. But line 3 in the rings. Looking decent right now. Now there's a way to make this shot really, really good.
There is. I think you got to hit it a little thicker than what you're seeing though, Rory, and I don't know. That's going to take a lot of weight.
Making 2 go away here would be a very, very good thing.
We're curl sweeping it right now.
Guard, let's take a look from the thrower's perspective. Yeah, that's got to move.
No.
All right, they're going to get 1 out of there. Not a very good trade, though, for Team Foster, because now Anderson can really split the rings up here and not leave any kind of double. This is the exact kind of end that Team Anderson needed, Sam, and they've executed it to a T so far. Haven't missed a shot yet. This has to be in the rings, though. You got to make sure that you've worked this hard to get your 3 set up.
Oh, Sherry's coming out to help. This is a scrub. This is a scrub.
just not quite going to be able to get it there.
That you are right, Rory. That had to get in the rings, and that's your commentator's curse once again. Right at the start of the shot, you go, they haven't missed yet this end.
Oh yeah, true enough.
I'll see that comment, and I'll raise you a 3 guard.
Oh, I want to laugh, Sam. I want to laugh, but
I know.
like many in this province, I am so sick. My lungs would explode if I laughed right now.
Yeah, that's one of those things. St. Paddy's Day.
Yep, you would think I would stay home and rest, but no. All right, they're taking the open hit. Totally okay with giving up 2 this end, is Team Foster. That hammer back in 6 with a 2-point lead sounds pretty good. A little bit of a roll. Good news is there will always be that red rock at the top of the 12 available to hit for Team Foster, even if this roll is made perfectly. I mean, if the roll is made perfectly, it might even be a double attempt.
There might be. The issue with not rolling this shot is the rock's high enough in the rings now that if Sherry just noses this or rolls a rock out, Diane can actually make that roll above the tee line behind the guard. So Sherry has to make it first. If Sherry doesn't make this first, then Diane's gonna have an opportunity to make it, which could result in a force or a steal, and that really is no good for Team Anderson. They need to make sure they score their deuce here. So Sherry needs to make this roll. And Anita and Denise are going hard.
Yeah, this is got a danger of totally over curling, and yeah, it will. Went a little too hard for the roll there, I guess. And you can see Sherry's quite disappointed. Yeah. What looked like a really promising end has kind of fell apart here. Now, if Diane can find a way to roll her shooter into the rings here, that's going to really spell the force for Team Anderson.
You know, it was a good end by Team Anderson. If Diane rolls this in, they obviously got to take their 1. But if she just noses this or rolls out, you know, Sherry will blank, and they had the sense set up really well. You know, it's one of those things, the teams that win, they got to grind, they got to continue to get ends set up, continue even if you're not finishing.
Just a really flat roll there. That was surprising. I thought she hit that exactly where she needed to.
No, it's crazy. Those rocks at the top of the house that aren't in, you got to hit them pretty steep to get them in the house.
Yeah, I guess you're running out of rings as you're rolling.
Exactly, right? Like, it's not like the 12-foot line stays flat all the way, right? That gets steeper and steeper as you go farther out.
Yeah, so it will be a blank attempt. Team Anderson,
blank here, set it up again in 6, and you know, it's if they can get the same kind of thing going in 6, they who knows, Anderson can make a game out of this still.
Step 1 though is making sure that you roll out on this blank attempt. You really don't want to stick around for 1. So Sherry Anderson trying to live another end. Yeah, she whipped it pretty good, so it's got enough weight.
Girls are on it.
Girls are on it.
Brooklyn style.
Must be a really curly spot in the ice there, because that's where Sherry over curled on her previous one as well.
Yeah.
But she will roll out of the wings. Makes the blank. Down 4. They'll need a big end in the 6 when we return.
There's no doubt running any kind of farm comes with day-to-day challenges. We built a new facility 2 years ago. Technology has totally revolutionized dairy farming. Sask Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
New at Asham. Whether you're in the hack or kicking back, live it in style in the new Throwin' Stones line exclusively by Asham. Curling is more than a sport, it's a lifestyle. Check out our website at asham.com.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year. Everyone wins.
When we were first looking at these e-bikes, I read the reviews. What they talked about was an e-bike grin, and I had no idea what an e-bike grin was, but the first time I powered that bike up, I had the biggest smile on my face. It was unbelievable, because unless you own one or have driven one, you really have no idea what that feeling is like. It's hard to describe.
Okay, welcome back, folks. We've got 94 people watching our stream right now. Let's get to that 100. See if you can't call two friends and have them call two friends. It's a battle here. Team Anderson in need of a multi-score end. They had a 3 cooking up last end, but could not pull it off. Managed to complete a blank. Diane Foster, so close to rolling her shooter into count 2. Would have really put the nails on this one, but not quite able to roll into the rings. Therefore, Sherry Anderson completes the blank.
Well, both teams starting off to a good setup here. St. Patrick's Day doesn't feel like St. Patrick's Day, Rory. Does it feel like St. Patrick's Day?
No, it doesn't. I mean, on a Sunday, that's a tough look.
Yeah. What's a leprechaun's favorite dessert, Rory?
I don't know. Tell me.
Shamrock shake.
Oh, I told you not to make me laugh, Sam. My lungs, they can't handle it. Shamrock shake. Well, I will be heading over for a nice St. Patrick's Day dinner.
Shamrock shake and a McRib?
Yeah. It's funny, I did buy beef ribs on sale at Costco, and I delivered them straight to Glenn Buchanan and said, smoke these for me. So anytime you're going to Rochelle's parents' place for dinner is a good day. So I've got that to look forward to.
Yeah. I will be eating a rink burger in the Lumsden hockey rink tonight, watching the Senior A Provincial.
That has looked like an absolute zoo. I've been very jealous of viewing that. Although Lumsden's not that far away, I suppose I could come out.
6:45 game time, $10 a ticket. Probably more entertaining than listening to us talk.
I can guarantee that. Bring your earplugs, because legend has it there's a police siren as a goal horn at the Lumsden rink.
May or may not be ours.
How are my rocks looking? I think, yeah, that's the 6th rock down the sheet. So we've got a corner guard. Got 3 Foster Stones in the rings, all in pretty good positions, I might say.
Mm-hmm.
And that Anderson Stone just coming a little deep. So it's a good enough playground that I think Sherry can make something happen. But I would give the advantage to Team Foster right now.
Electing to freeze here. It's an interesting call, but it looks like it's perfect. Not perfect, but well, you can play the nose double on the top there. It may or may not jam.
Timeout on the ice. Yeah, Team Foster really stepping on the gas.
Go to the overhead view for me, Rory.
I love that. I love a commentator knows what he wants.
Okay, so there's really not much up the middle. I think the only shot, and it's not an easy shot, the only shot I see here is Sherry's kind of got to play, it's about a third of a rock double of the one that's touching the center line in the top 8, top 12-ish area, over onto the one behind the corner guard. That may touch one of the top 4 foot, it may not. But that's the only way that you're going to create an angle for yourself to try and get those 2 out of the back 4. If you try and play the nose double on that top one, so in the one on the 4 foot, it probably jams in the red on the side and maybe even in the red in the back. So you got to try and figure out a way to get rid of 2 of these blues without jamming on one of your reds. That's kind of the only way they're going to set up a deuce here. If they don't hit something, they might be in real trouble.
Yeah, would you ever just lay all your cards on the table, just draw to the back one right now?
Yeah, she caps you. What do you have?
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep tapping around.
Also, look at where that corner guard is. If you look at the left side of your screen, that corner guard swings so much, you probably can't even make the draw to the back one.
Yeah, I just think there's no way you're scoring either of those red rocks in the rings right now. Like I don't. If you think you are going to score either of them, you do.
I think we're late enough in the end. We got to make a double somehow. Sherry's talking about moving these around a little bit, throwing lighter weight, and just juggling around, creating some backing. That can work as well. But then when you're doing that, you're saying you're not going to bring those other 2 reds into play. You're going to try and use these rocks that you're making as backing, as freezing different stuff, and use the remainder of your rocks to send a score, which is also okay. I think the important thing is Sherry is moving this one in the top 8, top 12 foot area, but
Yeah, you make a good point, Sam. I mean, there's lots of rocks left. So these are a problem at the front of the rings here. So she'll get one moving, leaves her shooter in an okay spot. You know, that's a fine result. Didn't get the second one moving like they intended, but so another supporter of Saskatchewan curling, the Container Guy. Very interesting YouTube page if you're a kind of do-it-yourself sort of person. Check out the Container Guy's YouTube page. He will show you how to do everything and more with a shipping container that you never thought was possible. Gets the red, rolls to a really juicy spot. Wow, Sam, I don't know if you could have even drawn that up better. That's going to be in a really good position on the wing.
yeah, that doesn't make life easy on Sherry, that's for sure.
This is the third's first stone. It is going to jam on the back, but thinking of where this end was when they called timeout, this is definitely an improvement for Team Anderson over how things were looking.
There's a lot of freeze opportunities in here now.
Yep, 4 rocks left to score with, so.
I think 3.
Oh, yes, 3. Very good. Need some help counting there.
You know, it's not much, but it's honest work, Rory.
Exactly. Okay, red does jam at the back.
I don't know how good that shot is.
No. It's now kind of open season for freezing on this pair of pants here, as John Sousa would say.
Pair of pants. I'm going to use a term that our men's team likes to use. Let's get Patty to just melt one in here.
Oh,
it's melt it. Now, Sean Joyce disagrees with me. He says if you melt it in there, it doesn't work because you can't melt the ice.
Yeah, I don't think it's a practical term, Sean, so I think you're okay with saying that.
No, it's not practical.
Yeah, that's not what they're looking for.
No.
Heavy and wide. May have just been heavy, but it was pretty significantly heavy. Didn't use the sweepers. It's going to be blue line 3. Going to be really difficult to count that stone that was just thrown. So I think the objective is just to take away the freeze angle, put one in the top 8. You know, would you ever want to come deeper than that, Sam? I don't think there's a need to get any closer to the button than that.
Well, it depends what you leave on the. If you leave something into that right-hand side, then maybe. But
to put this rock in a spot where Sherry's going to have to make a freeze around it is going to be a good thing. I mean, I guess you could come top 4, top button, and then there is no freeze around. But Team Foster really hitting their stride. It started in the second end, and it really hasn't stopped.
Oh yeah, you know that's good for Team Foster to battle. You know, you give up the deuce in the first end to a very good Sherry Anderson team, and you know, just to keep that positivity up and grind, and now they got themselves a 6-2 lead. That's
now this thing really slammed
good.
on the brakes. The sweepers were not concerned about that until about 2/3 the way down.
Yeah, this leaves Sherry an opportunity to get around here. Rory, we checked the score in the other game. What's the score in the other semifinal here?
Very good point, Sam. We should be staying updated on Tracy Streifel and Deanna Doig. It is 4-2 for Streifel in the 5th end. Now that might need an update, and if you want to watch that game, that's what Curling Stadium's all about. All sheets live, every rock from every sheet. So just go to Curl Sask's YouTube page, and you'll be able to hop over to that game.
Basically, Roy's saying, if you're tired of listening to us ramble on all day and you want to watch some other curling, there is another game to watch.
Exactly. We are at 95 viewers. I think someone needs to call 5 friends. Let's get to that big buck, 100.
This is a great shot by Sherry here. Above
Dean
the tee
Anderson.
line, dead buried.
This is what they've been looking for 45 minutes now. Shot rock, buried. They just haven't seemed to be able to get their rocks in the right spots. And I just got a text message saying that Scorebug is wrong, which it is. It was a blank in the 5th end. It is now the 6th end. Oh, Sam, the Thursday night pay-per-win A-chat is just going off right now.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Diane Foster has made some beauties this game. She can give herself a really good chance of winning by making a little tap freeze here, getting shot rock, taking away Sherry Anderson's shot for 2 points. Just a little heavy.
That's still a good shot.
It's pretty good. It's going to leave a tap for 2. It was almost perfect, Sam. Just needed to curl up a little bit more.
Yeah, now Sherry can come down here with, that back 4-ish weight and just, she's only got a tap, it looks like about 4 or 5 inches. And yeah, she'll get her deuce here, and we got a ball game playing 7. But that's still a really good shot. Good end. Look at how many rocks are in play. This is a 5 rock rule. You see a 4-point lead in the game, even with the 4 rock rule, you'd have no rocks in play. Now you get the 5 rock rule, the no tick rule. Now all of a sudden, look at this. Look at all these blues that Diane Foster's having to put in the house to put pressure on Sherry. Sherry's got reds in the rings. This makes this game. I love the amount of rocks in play. I love how this game's going. Every end's exciting. See if Sherry can end this end off with a good shot here.
Absolutely agree. Last rock, Sherry Anderson, 6th end, trying to keep her team in the conversation in this senior women's semifinal. Line looks pretty good.
Got to curl it a little more. And that's a deuce.
Much needed 2 points. They haven't scored since the 1st end, Sam. Now in the 6th, they'll take 2 points. It's a 6-4 lead for Team Foster. They'll carry hammer into the 7th.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life, when I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
And we're back. And it's a game. Team Sherry Anderson hadn't scored since the 1st end. They finally get a deuce on the board in the 6th. Much needed deuce to keep themselves in this. We're going to pan up. We're going to take a look at the time clocks here. Okay, no one in serious danger. Team Anderson, 1 timeout remaining, 7 minutes left on the clock. Team Foster, 8 minutes and 40 seconds, 2 timeouts, so no sweat there.
Team Sherry Anderson, I think they put their steel and shoes on. They're calling for 2 center guards here, and it's time to go to work. You got a feeling like you're going to see another end with a ton of rocks in play at the end. What a great setup by Anita Silvernagel here. 2 on the center line. You got a 1, you got a 3. That's fantastic.
Yeah, beauty.
That's a career lead right there, ladies and gents. That's how you start and end when you need to steal.
It has been a heavy sweeping game for both teams. Really impressive scrubs out there. And we got another one coming down the sheet, an end-to-end sweep. They're going to get it there.
So that's, yeah, you're going to see Sherry ignore these 2 rocks that are in the 12-foot because basically Diane cannot score in this end if they want to continue this game. If Diane scores, you know, it's going to be really, really tough for Team Anderson to tie. So that's Diane Foster and her team. All they're going to do is try to give Diane an opportunity to score 1 this end. So they're going to try and keep it open. They're going to try and keep stuff out of the middle. And obviously Sherry's going to do the opposite. They're going to try and get everything in the middle, try and plug it up, try and force Diane to a tough draw or something, get a steal point in there. And then if they do, you're going to see that play out again, the end after that.
Would have really liked to put that rock for Team Anderson in the 4-foot, have that be your steel stone. Coming up a little light there. It hurts a little bit.
It's still not bad. You know, at this point in the end, it's basically like another guard you can draw around, right?
Yeah.
If it's top 8, that's probably the worst spot at this point in the game. But that being where it is, you know, you can keep throwing one guard, and eventually those are your 2 guards you're drawing around at the end to get your steal point in there. It looks like Sherry's coming around it now and is going to use it as a guard. So I still don't think that rock's in a terrible spot.
Made the peel previously by 1 inch. Just barely got enough of that top guard to poke it out of the way. Just needs to curl a little bit, but in the 4-foot, mostly buried. That's a fine shot. Especially coming the way that they were, had to go out extra wide. I think that's a good make. Double opportunity. Blasting out of the hack. Lorraine.
Well, Lorraine Arguin coming with quite a bit of weight here.
Gets 2 moving. Leaves
double
her
jam.
shooter. Leaves her shooter down the middle, though. Not what they were hoping for. And now this is looking, you know, step by step, you get closer and closer. Those rocks keep going away. Steal is on the sheet.
These are those capitalization shots that Sherry Anderson's team hasn't really been too great at today. They need to make this shot here. This is one of those ones that if you make this good, you're going to put a lot of pressure on Diane's team. And, you know, they haven't done that all game. They've had opportunities and they haven't, you know, really put the nails to them. And that's why the score is what it is right now. But they have an opportunity here. Let's see if they can make it. This draw is huge.
Looking pretty good. Coming up just a little light. I think it kissed the top one as well. Still in a fine spot. A little more grouped together than they would have liked. And geez, I know the score is what it is, Sam, but would you ever just start drawing into the 4-foot if your team Foster?
Absolutely not. Shot rock is wide open. Keep peeling, keep making them throw. If I'm Diane Foster, at the end of the end, I want to be nosing that one in the back of the 4-foot.
Yeah. It's going to take 2 shots to clean this up, though. Unless you throw a screamer here and get 3 rocks moving along with your shooter, it's going to take 2 rocks to clean this mess up.
It definitely is, but your risk reward on throwing that draw, I think the risk is too high and the reward is too little.
1 moves, 2 moves, 3 move. That's
Now, if you
about
make
as good as you can
that
do.
shot, that's really good. That's a very good shot by Donnelly Dice. I don't know if that's what they're playing, but absolutely great result.
Yeah. A lot of rocks moving there. Got some things off the center line. Still a good opportunity for Sherry to draw around, but that was a much needed make.
Dondalee and her sons, very well known in the Saskatchewan curling community, Ryan and Kaylin. I've got to play men's against the two of them lots, doubles against the two of them lots. Ryan and I got to curl together this year in an event in Yorkton. He came and played with our men's team. We were down a guy. It's there lots of curling going on in that family.
Yep, Ryan managing the SAS Tour, the SCT schedule.
Yeah. That's a thankless job. Thank you, Ryan, if you're watching.
Yep. Third's final stone. You can see just enough of it to make a play. Really want to make sure you hit some kind of red here.
Yeah, we're curl sweeping this.
By the top and by the back. It's a big miss. It's a breath of life for Team Anderson, who can now work on protecting these 2 stones. A steal of 2 here would be a huge swing. We've already seen 2 steals of 2 so far, both going Team Foster's way.
I just got a text from Kyle when we were talking about some shots earlier this end, going 2 different skipping styles, duking it out on the mic today. I like that. Lots of opinions between Rory and I.
Yeah, when we suit up on Thursdays and Sam's skipping, the likelihood of the game going 8 ends is very low. We're either really winning or really not winning.
Well, our record is winning.
Yeah. We end up really winning more than we really don't win. Perfectly exemplified this last Thursday by the absolute licking we put on the Berenstain Bears. Thursday night, Callie.
5 force, 4 force, shake, hello.
Yeah, when that Lipey is humming, our team is really good. Mr. Mosman putting the perfect sweep on every draw. It's a tough team to beat.
Yeah, the only downfalls in our team are you and me, Rory, really.
Yeah.
All right, so Diane's going to try and peel this, eh? There's a lot of ways this could go good for her. You know, you peel that blue. You peel that blue into that other blue in the top. It might spin into the 4th foot, and that might help her out a little bit here.
This almost looks like ice for a run back.
She could be playing a run back too. You know, run back, make that. That's hell of a shot.
Momentum swinging here in this wild semifinal. Gave that a little shove outwards, hey Sam? You can see the momentum.
Little outward motion there.
And she is going to be able to peel it off, so.
Yeah, I think that was priority number 1, was making that peel. The other thing is she has 3 rocks in the side of the 12-foot over there. So if she could ever figure out a way to get those 2 out of the 4-foot of Sherry's, it's a ball game. But Sherry's going to throw another guard here and say, figure it out. It's a good feeling when you're a skip and you're throwing a guard on your last.
Yeah, absolutely.
But normally when you're doing that, then you're sitting there watching because they have something that's probably not a high percentage shot, but if they make it, you're really screwed.
Now Sherry's just guarding this up here. No point in coming in, is there?
No, I don't think so. You're sitting here too.
Yeah, see, I'd be tempted to because you could basically make a guard in the top 8 as long as you get a little bit of overlap. There's nothing to hit.
You gotta get it there first here, I think.
Looks like they're just going for a guard.
Yeah, that's a good
well
shot
thrown.
by Sherry there.
Yeah, well managed by the sweepers. That's gonna do the trick.
It is actually like it is pretty cool watching these I'll call them athletes sweep because they really are their expertise and judgment is so accurate. Like you don't really ever see them oversweep anything, or like I haven't seen that once today.
Yep, that's
you see that all the time in men's and women's. All the time.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, the judgment has been exemplary. It's a good point, Sam. Huge shot. Huge shot here. Are you going to go into the last end tied? You're going to go into the last end up 3. That's the swing.
Well, she could cut Sherry down to 1-2 here. Right?
Yeah,
she could be up 1. A lot of things that could happen.
Diane Foster trying to maintain this lead. They worked so hard to earn. Sweepers like it.
Got to get it off this guard here, Roars.
It's by the guard. It looks really good.
What a shot by Diane Foster.
That's a beauty. Puts it right on the pin. Statement draw. That'll give Team Foster a 3-point lead going into the conclusive 8th end of this provincial semifinal.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
When we were first looking at these e-bikes, I read the reviews. What they talked about was an e-bike grin, and I had no idea what an e-bike grin was, but the first time I powered that bike up, I had the biggest smile on my face. It was unbelievable, because unless you own one or have driven one, you really have no idea what that feeling is like. It's hard to describe.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
We are back. A massive pressure draw. Diane Foster puts a point on the board. 7-4 lead. Sam, that was a massive swing. Team Anderson finally getting some momentum going. Looked like they had a steal cooking up all end. Then a cold out-turn draw from Diane Foster for the single point.
Yeah, you want to talk about clutch.
Yeah, preventing the momentum from swinging too hard in the opposite direction. It's been a wild one. It's been a really entertaining game.
It has been. There's been some fantastic curling shots made by both teams, and it's you know, it's fun watching. It's fun watching good teams go against each other, because you know there's always going to be stuff going on. There's going to be rocks in play. There's going to be shots made. The amount of great freezes and draws both these teams have made throughout the game is quite fantastic.
We'll take a quick look at the clocks here. Yeah, around 4 minutes with timeouts each. Teams should be fine on time. Looking like another really good setup. Yep, flat corner guards. Another 100% end from Silvernagel. There's mycustomcaketopper.com. That's another local Martensville business. Really fun and creative and affordable custom cake toppers. It's even if you're not looking for a wedding cake topper or special occasion, I would go to that website just to check out what My Custom Cake Topper's up to. Some really fun creative designs there right here in Sask. Okay, tick and roll shot. Really interesting. Kind of loaded up that corner guard angle. Gets the blue center guard out of the way and kind of rolls to what I want to say is a good spot, but I don't know. Is that overlap helping or hurting Team Anderson?
Yeah, I think that overlap's helping. It makes that peel harder for Diane. She's got to peel the inside. You know, Sherry's going to have the opportunity to kind of roll or draw underneath one of the two.
So they got 2 timeouts, Team Foster. They're going to use one of them right here.
All right, another St. Patrick's Day dad joke for you, Rory.
Oh, keep them coming.
Okay, what's a leprechaun's favorite place to sit?
I got no guess. Where?
The sham rocking chair.
The old rocking chair. I don't see as many of those anymore. Used to be a staple of every living room, but the rocking chair, not as in style as it once was.
Yeah. Oh, so bad. That's so bad. What a bad joke.
I'm used to it.
I do like a good dad joke. Maybe not as clean as the jokes that you get from Hikert, but
I was just down in the States with John Benton, Curling Stadium technical director, and Hikert drove through the lakeland of Minnesota. Had a good visit with John and his family, and John just could not get enough of Hikert's good Sasky humor.
Yeah, he's given us all a reputation, isn't he, eh?
Yeah.
What a guy.
Chris Heichert, one of the first club managers to welcome Curling Stadium into their club, and if you can see what that's done for the Swift Current Curling Club. It's become an international curling destination. So many high-tier events. He's had some of the best curlers in the world through his club.
Absolutely. You know, and they do such a fantastic job down there in Swift Current as well with hosting and their ice. And it's you got to give props to them.
Yeah, it's a nice club, but it just goes to show what happens when you put cameras in your club. Martensville's another good example.
Absolutely. Look at Martensville right now.
Yeah, it's the amount of events that you get is just, it's incredible. Once teams know that they can advertise their sponsors and that their fans can follow along on YouTube, it changes the game. So since then, Curling Stadium is, geez, I think there's almost 20 clubs that we're in now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
all right, Sherry Anderson trying to make something work here.
Yeah. So they've got their guards. They've got some stuff to freeze too. So this is, the opportunity is there.
I think, you make this hit and roll to start. It's a good start. This double peel looks like it might go back into the 4-foot, so it's kind of hard for Diane to deal with. Sherry does need to get 3. So, they got to pretty well execute every rock out from here. But there is opportunity. There is a chance.
This is looking pretty good. Okay. Not very easy to remove this. I'm not sure you wanted to get rid of those stones in the back of the 4-foot, Sam.
No, I don't know if you want it. I was kind of hoping just making the roll and probably dead jam in there, and then you have some stuff. This doesn't look as good. It's still okay. Diane does have to get to the inside of this red one now to get it out. And then you're playing with those guards, so it does make this shot a little higher difficulty.
Let's see what those angles look like, Sam. And still not looking great on the corner guard angles for Team Foster. I don't think you want to touch that. Probably just throwing a bullet right on the nose, isn't it?
Yeah, but you throw that ball and it runs straight on you.
Yeah, I mean, is a jam really the worst thing in the world either? You're unlikely to totally bury. You'd have to miss pretty high on the center line side.
Well, if you jam that, they're looping the other one, and then so you jam it. Sherry's team loops the blue. You try and get that out. They loop the blue again. Now they're sitting 2 buried.
So they're going to play to their strengths. Team Foster does have shot rock, and they've been drawing quite well this game, so it's going to be a draw call. I think they're trying to freeze the angle here, make sure that there is no run back or tap back. It's kind of a difficult call, but I understand.
Bondelay looks like she's made this pretty good, though.
Not going to quite get the angle they were looking for. That they were trying to take away the run back angle, and for as good as she threw that, I don't think the result is that good. There is going to be an opportunity to hide the shooter, but once you make this run back, Sam, there's going to be a red rock exposed somewhere, whether it's that center one or whether it's your shooter. There's going to be something to hit at the end of this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I like this call that Sherry has going on here. You can actually hit it a shade low, roll it towards the center line a little.
Yeah.
And leave and have 2 buried.
2 buried. You'll still have to clean up that red you'll still have to clean up that blue shot rock biting the 4-foot at some point.
Right now, you're just hoping you have a shot on Sherry's last to tie, right?
Yeah.
That's the goal. You got to get yourself whatever that is. If you got to play a wild in off or whatever it is to score 3, you're just hoping you have a shot for 3, right?
So
that's what you're trying to get to right now.
From the moment this rock settled in behind this corner guard, Team Anderson knew they were going to play this run back at some point. They're cashing it in right now. Let's see what kind of prize they can win. 1, 2, and they're exposed, but that does shuffle things around. There's 2 red stones in the rings with 2 more to come, so things are looking okay.
So let's see. So Diane's going to play this double. She's going to try and cross the face to avoid any jams. If she tries to play it straight on, like with a nose hit, she might actually double jam it. So she's probably got to hit about half a rock.
This is a tough shot.
This is.
And there's a lot that could go wrong. Like you said, there is a way that neither red leaves the rings here. Angles are actually pretty bad, like you said, for the straight double. It might even double jam. So you want to make sure you hit this on the center line side. Just removing one red rock is a fine result here. But enough of the negative, Sam. This is a potential game-winning shot if she makes
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, she has this lined up the right way. Diane's been throwing it good all game. If she makes this, it's game over.
Yep, absolutely. So putting the game in her hands here, Diane Foster. That does not look like enough weight for a double. And that is curling on them already. Gotta hit something here. Gets one, gets two.
Well, the one did go under. So that is positive. She got rid of one. The only issue is now Sherry Anderson is a shot rock buried. But it's buried behind the blue one. So, that being said, Diane does have an opportunity to play on that blue if she has to. Sherry's going to try and freeze, I think, over on this blue on the left-hand side in the 8-foot there. And that's a very good shot. And I think Diane's only shot would either be to, freeze or play that blue back. So Sherry makes this. Diane's going to have to make a good one to not go to an extra end, I think.
Ooh, big update from the other semifinal. A massive score of 4 from Tracy Streifel. It's going to give her an 8-5 lead over Deanna Doig.
Playing 8?
Playing 8. Down 3, playing 8. So same situation as we have here.
All right, here comes that draw.
This is a game-saving shot if it can be made.
I'm kind of walking the dog on this a bit. It might be a little heavy.
Trying to get it to curl for line. It is going to bounce, so that is going to be an open hit to win the game for Foster. Just a little too much weight. It was a tough ask to cook up 3 against a team playing so well. I think Sherry Anderson wishes she gave herself a better chance here on her first one. So here it is. A team that's worked so hard to score 7 points against a very strong opponent does have an open hit to win the game right here. Keeping her clean. Looks pretty good. And that'll be handshakes.
That's the ball game. That was a fantastic game by Diane Foster herself. That draw on 7 was so clutch, and all the shots she made throughout the game. Like, this is a really well curled game. Put a lot of pressure on Sherry and her team, and yeah, that was a fun game to watch.
Absolutely, and now you see the ladies congratulating each other. All good sports out here. I agree, Sam. That draw on the 7th end really stands out to me. That was a remarkable momentum buster. Team Anderson finally had the kind of ends that they were looking for. A big steal of 2 brewing, and yeah, Diane Foster ends that nonsense by putting it right on the pin in the 7th end. Ah, nice little team selly there. Well, folks, thank you so much for for joining us for this semifinal action. The winner of Deugand and Streifel will take on this Team Foster at 3 p.m. Senior Ladies Final. And Sam, if you'll come back, we'll have another good game to commentate together.
Are you kidding? Date afternoon with you, Rory, at 3 p.m. I'm in.
All right, thanks very much, folks. We'll see you at 3.
Hi, I'm Shannon and we're here at the brand new Biktrix electric bike showroom in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's grand opening, so we're gonna head inside and talk to some Biktrix customers. Let's go.
I chose Biktrix because of the reputation. I know people who have Biktrix bikes and I know that it's a local company, which I like to support local. They're great bikes.
Come down and see the team here. They're really a great team of people. Check out the bikes, go for a ride.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.